Right now, they're probably trying to find a way to remove this or do that, which I'm not giving it energy, but maybe I have. Maybe Jared was happening. I wouldn't, if I was them, I'd move a little smarter. Anyway, there's this individual. Somebody shared it to me. I'm not going to say your name. This female on here, she's got like 67 followers. And though I like what she did about Phoenix, she calls herself the Messianic Witch. African, whatever the freaking fracks. It's a bunch of scoop. It's somebody who's sensationalizing off of the indigenous or aboriginal. We are aborigines. We are. So she smacked her, but in the head. But she turns around, and her statement is to these fake Indians. You know, this is when we deal with somebody who's young, who don't know nothing. And because their emotions are feelings driven and fake world history, the same people they want to cloud on, and usually they say they don't, the pale skins, is the same ones they pull rabbits out their ass with. We have a world full of disdain and lies with no hope in it. And yet people want to sit there and acclimate to it as if there is some hope, as if there is something pertaining. I'm over at the post office. And I do not recognize nor understand these people whatsoever. I stated earlier, you have so many people dropping from cardiac arrest. There's nothing natural about it. You have this ATF who doesn't have no rights with whatever in this world to create no kind of rules or anything. Well, I'm moving under the guise of this fake government and the cowards, whether pale skin or melanated, who will sit there and allow people to arbitrarily claim victories and defeats with a system of unjust or unjust, who do not recognize the Constitution. First of all, if you're in a position to work within the U.S. corporation or even government, if you do not recognize the Constitution, you are now nil and void. You have no say-so in anything. That's like when they were making everybody get the shot. They were saying because they can sit there and tell you to jump into a lake that is bottomless because would you do it? No, see, there is a visual where you say, wait a minute, but here it is, your life, that lake you jump into to disdain because of somebody's statement is just like the firearms. It's just like these individuals who can run around saying whatever they want without no truth and knowledge. Without absolutely no truth and knowledge. The worst enemy to the government, right, to the country and the government is the CIA. The worst enemy on earth. Yet they still have it. Why? Because this government is a fraud. It's fictional. It's a character with some of the worst degeneratives. My brother asked me to look at Yaqub. For years and years, I looked at it. Well, I deny the story? Not at all. The way it's implicated and placed out there, I have my issues because a lot of the story is based on reality. Now, I made a statement once before, what if we came to abject existence with a clear mind? With a clean mind, being able to tap into our source because we're the only ones able to do it and capable. Everybody else needs to be by spirit. We have a visual. I know there's a lot of people that disagree and they want to see this and they want to see that. Well, there are channels that have those labels. There's bushcrafting, there's this, there's that, there's art, there's people who build boats in their backyard, people who do the flat earth and the round earth. They are people who are media swabby and all that. I'm not here for that shit. I'm here because there's enough clowns in the world. There's over 400 million guns in this country. But there are, whether it's 380 million, there are at least 300 million clowns in this country as well. Probably more than that, actually. Sadly and disturbingly so. And everybody wants to do harm and don't even know why and which way and what direction they want to do harm. You cannot make this shit up. You dig what I'm saying, Mama Red? Mama Red, you ain't hit that like. What the hell's going on with you guys coming up in here watching me? Like, we need it. The algorithms. The algorithm, because before I get to the meat of the crust of what I am stating and saying, I've got to be able to reach more people. Now, we've got a lot more people that have subscribed. Whoa, in the last 2 days. Like Two of my favorite people, I got one like. Wow, I had to beg for that? Really? Hmm, pretty sad. Anywho, I'm going to be going back to the house. I had to run around. I had to go to an appointment and all that crap. It's Friday. And I'm going to go and get right into reading. I ain't going to do a whole lot of talking. I said, let me say this now and get it out there. These people on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, those who are talking against you, do not allow them to dictate your mentality or where you stand or where you sit. See, me, a lot of people leave me alone because, okay, well, he has documents. He had the CIB card, tribes, he recognize him, but he don't recognize them. No, I don't. You know, not everybody was fortunate to know certain people in their families. Does that mean it's a write-off? Of course not. There are Pelicans who are upset. I don't know why. You're upset at yourself because you live in a lie without seeking the actual truth. Are there any Pelicans who are indigenous? Of course. There are. There are, whether you believe it or not. They look like something else. They have some bad genes, but they belong. Regardless of what you think. It ain't these motherfuckers. Because see, those individuals would know who they are. The ones playing in our circle want to play with a history that never existed. Not on their part. Mikey Hill was cracking. Oh no, I hear you, brother. Give me a like at least. I need people to get a like so we can beat the algorithm, man. I really do. I'm gonna start making this child friendly. I don't think it might be able to be monetized. And I haven't gotten to that point yet where I can get something because you got to clear 100 first. The views are going back up, which is excellent. I don't know why they went down because this stuff, they're not allowing it out. A friend of mine says, dude, I saw that the subscription. I said, look, I had told everybody, I had mentioned that with this new thing coming, all the notifications are going to go away. It depends on the numbers that you'll see what's in first. And all the people I subscribed to, every one of them, the subscription was removed. With my channel, there's six people now have come to me and says they removed my subscription. I'm like, are you sure? And yeah, they literally showed me, yeah, they were removed. That shows you fear. If that doesn't allude to the fact that maybe somebody might be saying something that you need to hear and it bothers somebody, and if you don't want to share that with people, you'll check this brother out. Because I need to get to those numbers. Ronald Small, what's going on, family? Get to those numbers because I know that somebody just sent me a notice. That was Ronald Smallfoot. I know that even when I tell a story, some people might think it's grandstanding, which is fine. No, it's far from it. Reason why I'm reading these books is because I need you to have an open mind. It scares the enemy. And the enemy is an enemy to themselves, regardless of what they believe or seen in this world. When I tell you we are not the only, we're the sentient ones here. When I tell you that we're not the only ones, anything living has light in it, has a source in it. Whether it's a source coming from a certain place, dictated by a certain existence, I'm not going to get into that right now. The fact of the matter is, there are things that fear what we've become and who we were. Maybe not so much now because people are so conflicted and confused. And I can dig that. But those out here who are doing harm, I really would love to be able to get in their head one day and speak to them. Not right now. But they've already crossed. Remember I always said the crossroads don't exist no more? They've already crossed that veil. They have made their bed where they lay. So, oh well. I guess they might as well be as bad as they can get because cutting a person's head off with a chainsaw ain't as bad as what they're going to be getting. And it's not what you think it is. They created fire as something that you all know what it's like to put your hand or sit your butt on a hot car. Oh, and because that's immediate. This is not immediate. What they've got coming to them is beyond the scope of reality. beyond the scope of any hellraiser, any fire starter, anything you can believe that's horrific, steeped in some kind of quasi reality, but beyond the scope of that. And they're detached from that knowledge of truth, and they will have disdain for it because they've got to get there. And they've made their pact. You are the ones I need not to make that pact. Somebody says, well, damn, bro, you talk all that. We are the true Hebraic people. Hebraicism is a lifestyle, it has nothing to do with this religion consortium. All right? Are we the true Jews? By the narrative, yes, we are. But not the religious diocese of which you've been taught. It's all incremental. People have a hard time dispersing something because of everybody's narrative they keep pushing. I told you, I'm not here to beat on religion. If you're going to have religion, then you live by it. The problem is 99.9.5% don't. People don't come to this channel all because of what statements I said. Christianity is not of this soil. It is not. Well, then how come Martin Luther King, who's a Republican, well, let's be practical here. He was a 33rd degree Mason. Do you know what that means? The blue room, to walk, to know when you start getting into the math of things. Do you know what that is? He had a proposition. He made a declaration. He enlightened as well. Abe Lincoln was the only real president we had, and he wasn't even a president. He was the last of a reigning monarch of indigenous people of this soil. The last of Tartaria. Because you see what happened not that long after he was gone, by almost a century. Well, a little less, about 75 years, right? The plot to bring people that once never existed to this soil, to start striking and fighting all of us. And then within that last part of that century, and to move on to destroy that which we were great for. Let me go ahead and handle my business. I'm definitely going to get home and read. I haven't even eaten yet, and it's 3:21. I love y'all, but you know what? There's no but to the love. But in this world, one would find it hard to have love, especially when they don't really know what it is. Let me go handle my business. I'm gonna hit y'all up shortly, all right? And share this, I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, come on over and join the party. I've got the partnership program starting. Patreon will be set up where you guys can buy in $2.99, $3, $4.99, and this is so I can really get into talking some real heavy shit. All right, you'll see it. It might be when it starts up, you'll know. All right, I've already started setting up. I got one more thing to do. Everything is already accepted, and I've done it all. I got the AdSense. Now I got to find what ads I want to run. Right now, I think the ads that we're going to be running here soon are going to be ones that are catered to this channel. So I want to really keep it clean. You hear me saying a couple of the foul words. The thing is, y'all know I can't. I mean, I don't have to, and I know not to. You know. Hey, Rondo. Yeah, I saw the message come through. You know what I'm saying? Original was cracking. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and get my mail. I'm gonna get home. I got me some ganails. I need my ganails and some black Qurans, and we're gonna get into this read. All right. I'll let y'all shortly. Appreciate y'all.